Hey, actually, let me move. Hello.
All right, so we are all
everyone.
live.
Yes.
So hey, hello.
Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, right? So if you're watching us,
Yes.
and there's some echo. What is there some echo?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There is echo.
I
You guys
feel
hear
it.
an echo?
I'm not hearing it.
I'm okay now, but for a
All right.
while it was strange. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some echo. Maybe we have some
maybe
tabs
something-
open.
Some tabs open that are.
Yes. All right.
Oh.
There's some echo. Maybe we have
Oh, that's right.
It's in
Right,
your
right.
computer, right?
It's
The
on
echo's
my
coming from your computer, right?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let me.
Okay,
let me
so
fix it.
so
Okay.
why
While
Mary
I'm
looks on the
fixing that,
yes, why
you
Mary
know,
looks on the
Yeah.
Uh,
Watch out because mute this. Okay.
okay, good.
Because
All right.
I also. But that's fine.
Probably
Okay.
it's on.
Okay.
All right. Okay, good. So welcome everyone. So we are here at two streams at the same. Actually, we have two computers
That's
at the
right.
same time, right? So we're actually streaming here, and we're also streaming right there,
That's
right?
Yeah.
So we're streaming on two computers at the same time, right?
That's right. Yes.
And because we're streaming to a lot of places, yes. We're so we're streaming to Mary's Twitch account. So hi everyone, Mary's community.
Yeah.
We also streaming for So Java and for Code for Life and for my YouTube account. Wherever you are, right? We want to hear from you on the chat, right?
That's
We're gonna have a nice conversation here. I already say Jackson. Hey Jackson,
From
he's
Jackson.
in Brazil. So
Ah,
Georgie,
nice.
it's okay here. Awesome. Kirk is here. Kirk, good, awesome.
Wow, so
We
nice.
you.
Yeah,
This is so
why aren't
fun.
you here? yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Wow,
awesome.
It's really That's why I think
This
the
is why I love technology.
Right.
This is exactly
Exactly.
why I love technology because people can connect. Even if it's
Exactly.
not the physical
That's right.
Mhm.
experience, we still like
Yeah.
he's there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's why we're doing digital first, right? So we are connected digitally. We're also connected personally here.
Exactly.
So we're streaming directly from Nexus here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the U.S.
That's right.
And lots of people here. I think it's my first time, my first event since the pandemic. It's my first international event.
Oh,
How about
yeah.
you guys?
Yeah.
Well, in Europe
Yeah.
now, Europe is tiny, so
Right,
it's
yes.
easy to have international events.
Right.
But this is my first in the US, so I'm super excited.
Cool.
Great, yeah. So for me, earlier this year, I was in Ohio, but it was not as many Java people. So now this one is the first. Devnexus is the first like Java focus, so I see so many Java people. I just love you guys. So it's like family reunion,
Yes.
It is, right?
Yes,
Yes.
if you're thinking
That's
about
right.
coming to conference, please
Yeah,
do.
please do.
We do need it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
It makes a difference to have that real person to get
Yes.
together. It's a difference. Yeah.
That's
Difference
cool.
in
So
friends.
Kirk saying, I miss you also. So that's great, Kirk. Thanks a lot. So George is saying, I'm your neighbor because I'm from Cotia. So George is near my house in
Yeah.
Cotia in Brazil, right?
Amazing.
And
yeah.
he's here watching us remotely.
That is
So-
so nice.
Yeah, we are using right here, right? So
We have-
so
We have this
so
makeshift. Yeah.
so we
table.
just so right now we're just the guys from JFrog are asking where their boxes or T-shirts, right? And their box of T-shirts are holding those laptops, right?
That's why.
So
yeah.
We
I love
have a very sophisticated setup here.
That's right. Yes.
so,
yeah.
so if,
But-
if you're trying to get a T-shirt on the JFrog booth, you cannot because we have them
We
here in the
have to-
boxes, right?
Exactly. I love it. That's why I think I love it. Bruno has all these last minute resource ideas, right?
We
You
are
make use of-
engineers.
Yes,
We're
we
engineers,
are
right?
engineers.
We-
We're here to solve problems.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We-
So
yeah.
that's a great
Okay.
question. I think that's a great segue.
Sure.
Everyone asks me what is the most important skill
Mm.
that we should have, right? As
That's right.
engineers, as developers, right?
That's
And I think that's exactly what we do. We solve problems.
Yes, that's
So-
what it is. So,
So this, if you're gonna explain to someone how to solve a problem,
mm,
so what is your thought process when you have a problem? What it is?
that's
What's
right.
your process on how to solve a problem? Do you have like a method to do it? You're just gonna go crazy and do whatever you want, right? So how do you solve a problem?
Ah,
Well, on that regard, there's already kind of working solutions. If you're in a chaotic situation, you have to do something. You cannot understand the entire variables that are interacting there. So you start by doing something, and you like modify the system, and then you try to understand what is happening. But if you're not in a chaotic system, what you try to do is try to have the big picture, like what are the most important things, like the context. Everything is about the context and about where you want to go. So you one of the things I love about developers is that we use, or statistically speaking, that we have a very analytic mind, because we look everything as a set of steps. So first of all is understand what's your context, what are the variables that are going to affect the outcome, and then have a clear view of what is the outcome that you're trying to reach. At least that's my process.
That's good. That's awesome.
That's what I do too. I think I try to look at what is our end goal, and then we work towards that. And I like to take on more of a trial and error approach. Just make sure we fail fast. It's okay, don't be afraid. Try it first. If it doesn't work, fail fast, restart again, and try some other ways. And that's how I normally learn.
Okay.
So
that's awesome. So I like the analogy, because I think it's similar to what you're both saying here. I like the analogy of the Waze, like the mapping application, or Google Maps, right? Whatever, right? Because a lot of people are trying to map the path. Right. So when you go to Waze, for example, right, you don't map the path. You put a destination. You say, that's what I want to get. And then the path might change, right?
That's right.
But if you know where you're going to get, that's good. So a lot of people try to map the path. Oh, so how am I going to get there?
Exactly.
But if you try to map the path, then you have to change it, and then you don't know where you're going to get anymore, right?
You are very constrained because you have a preconceived idea. So it's not, because then it's even harder to adapt to new situations.
True.
But if you're only thinking about the end goal, you can adapt faster.
Totally.
Yeah, that's
I like that.
So when Waze see traffic, for example, right, you have to route around traffic, right? But you don't lose where you're going to go.
But the other thing that you have to have into consideration is what are your main concerns. Like you are trying to optimize by time, or you're trying to optimize by fuel consumption or something like that. So that also, it's not only where do you want to go, what is important to you. Because even when we're talking about our careers, is what is important to me, like learning more, spend time with my family, travel, not traveling, create content. So there are constraints. Or at least access.
Totally. I agree. So
that's awesome. So Jackson say, where's the event, please? And Cristiano also asked, where are you? And so so we are right now. We are in Devnexus, that is in Atlanta, Georgia, in the U.S. Right. So that's where we are right now. And the event's looking pretty good, right? So that's awesome. So then, Cristiano says about the connection is not very good right now. Oh, you're gonna show?
Just show the event a little bit. People are standing around and all of these things. So. I think it's good to let people know.
Cool, awesome. So Kirk saying here that the most important skill, right, is to be able to write, right? So communicate, right? So and I think that's something that both of you do very, very well, right? Is to communicate, right? So and a lot of people think that that's very hard.
Yes, I know.
So both writing, communication, right? So what do you guys think? What can we do to actually get that skill, improve that skill?
I feel actually for technical stuff, it is not easy the first time you try to explain things. I remember in the beginning of my career, I was having trouble, and I actually also was helping out with reporting bugs. And that was actually good practice, right? Some people don't like to deal with QA testing system and bug reporting, but it's actually so important, because I think that's how I started honing my skills, because I have to write bug reports. And so you learn how to get your thought process into writing. and that's a good way of doing it. Yeah. So, like I said, it's not easy, but I don't think people should shy away from it. And also, the writing is important, but you also want to be able to explain things in words too. That's also equally as important. But that's something, the speaking part is a little slow on my part to start, because I was very shy, actually. Didn't want to, because I always, you get this feeling that, I'm not as good and like that. I could write better. But the thing is, though, over time, and also my involvement with the Java users group and doing like lightning talks and small things, it helps, right? And then people around you, you want to search for people who support you, who kind of champion for you. Then it makes a big difference. Yeah, I think it's a slow process, but you will get there if you put your eyes on the end goal.
Yeah.
Again, like Ixchel is saying, end goal. Then you will achieve it. So. Yeah.
And so before we get to you, Ixchel, so what should be the end goal? When you I mean, you have to, you're going to share. You're saying that it's hard, right? You're shy, all this. So what should be the end goals for you? First, you want to share, right? Because if I'm going to do is write software, why do I need to share?
That's right.
No. Well, one of the phrases that I like the most, I use it a lot. We are humans, writing code for humans, even if it's executed by a computer. The most time that the code is going to be read, it's by a human.
Yes.
And the whole purpose is to improve human life.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is fly with more safety. There is a purpose in our lives.
Yeah.
So we are always communicating either with fellow developers that are going to be reading our code.
That's right.
Either with our users.
Yeah.
How do we communicate what we're trying to do? How do we understand their expectations?
Yeah.
So communicating, and this is something I keep telling and joking about. Like, if you ask developers why they went into computer science or work with computers, is sometimes they will answer, it's because I don't want to interact with people.
Yes.
But then we need to interact a lot.
Right.
Like, soft skills are really, really important.
Exactly.
Because we need to collaborate with a lot of different teams. There's a lot of stakeholders in software development. So how do we communicate? How do we create this consistency between what we're trying to achieve? It's super important. And it is writing, talking, or explain, like really different ways of communicating.
Yeah. Totally. I agree with Ixchel 100%. Exactly. Yeah.
We got lots of questions here, right? So Kirk's saying the first step is to start, right? So Kirk start right, and then he says language is for humans, right? Compilers are there so machine can understand us, right?
That's right.
So basically, everyone's kind of saying here is that the way for you to express your ideas, express your thought, is by writing, by sharing. And when you write codes, you're writing, right?
Yes.
So that's that's why
already a
exactly.
lot.
So that's why we don't do other things with code. We write code, right? So that's great. So just a quick thing here. I'm here with Mary Gringalski. She is from Nail4j, right?
No, actually, DataStax.
DataStax. Sorry about it. So
DataStax
now. Yeah. So Mary, and she's an evangelist there, right, where she's spreading the mass around the world, right? And I'm here with Ixchel, who is. And Ixchel is from JFrog, right? And let me quickly thank JFrog because we are using JFrog t-shirt boxes, right? to be here, right? So
that's right. Yeah, so much fun. I really love working with Bruno, and then with Ixchel. So amazing because I like Bruno. Just get this quick idea. Let's do something and.
Do it. Because that's what Kirk just said. The first step is to start, right?
Yes.
Once we get started, everything seems a lot easier, right?
Yeah, exactly. Once you start, you kind of
jump.
Get it.
Nothing will be perfect. So you have to start. Wherever you are, start.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so Gabs Ferreira say hello, everyone. Hey, Gabs, how are you doing? And then Azlur Haman, it says, hello, everyone. I hope you're having great fun at Devnexus. I want you to join as well, but couldn't, right? Hope next time. So, for both of you here, right? Pay attention to that name, Bazlur Haman. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just pay attention. I'll so just pay attention to that name. All right. and then we're going to talk about this later. So Basu asks, which one is most important, writing or speaking? Or maybe do you have a transition from writing to speaking? So what do you guys think? Is writing or speaking? Besides the fact that we already write code, so there's kind of a slant there, right?
Yes, we're already writing code, and you only need like to create more things to make it more easy. Like, but speaking, I think speaking is not that difficult. I mean, I'm not native English girl, so that's a little bit terrifying at the beginning. But again, we're talking to people that are also understanding our problems, and we also understand what developers' life is. So in a way, we're speaking the same language, even if it's not English or it's not Portuguese or Spanish or whatever is our native language. So speaking is not that difficult. I think we already have the difficult part, which is writing code. So the next step is speaking. Go ahead and do it.
So Kirk says if you can't write, you can't speak. And there's a reason for that. Let me just put this here. So if you can't write, you can't speak. And there's a reason for that because, the whole idea of communication is kind of, you had to get your ideas and you had to put them in a way that other people can consume, other people can understand, right? And so, of course, if you already practice that by writing, and it's easier to do this by writing because you can write, you can do it again, you can adjust, you can adapt. It's harder to do this when you're speaking because speaking like it's more real time, right?
Yes.
So I think that's why Kirk's saying that, and so Kirk's saying, I'm saying that's just to start a debate with Baslu, right? So all right. Okay. So Emerson says hi. So hi Emerson, how you doing?
Emerson, yes.
Awesome.
Great.
All right. So we're talking to be here about sharing and skills and all of that. And one discussion we have here at Devnexus has this awesome agenda because it has the Java User Group Summit, right?
That's right.
So a lot of user groups all over the world. So that's why Baslur wanted to be here because Baslur is the leader of the Bangladesh Java User Group.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
that's great.
So Baslur. It's so we had Java groups from everywhere. I mean, from Europe, from Asia, from Latin America, from the US, right? So we have Java groups from all over the world, and so this whole discussion about communities, right? That Devnexus does so well. What do you guys think about? Was community important for you in your careers?
Oh, totally. Yes.
It's paramount. First of all, because you meet a lot of passionate people. And when you meet a lot of passionate people, you learn. You just learn by sitting down and talking to them.
Totally.
And you get all these new ideas and you get inspired. So learning, instead of being a difficult process, turns out to be like a delightful activity. Because you are exposed to all these amazing people. Like they're willing to do so many things for the community because they have received so much from open source or from the community. So giving back becomes something that it's born from your heart. So
totally.
Community.
Community. To me, it's so important. And I do have to say the reason I think I'm here today is because of the community. Like I said, right, I used to be more shy, and I think I was in wrong groups of people that they were just shy people, right? I mean, it's so common in software. I don't know what it is, but people just do not like to talk. They do not like to see people. There are lots of them. I mean, I really feel actually deep down we have this desire to communicate, to connect. So for the, kind of very lucky, I somehow decided, let me go out and reach out to my user group, Java users group in Chicago. And Freddie and Bob, they were like just so nice, we're like, oh, come, and you hang out with them. And I ended up going there every single Java users group. So they started talking with me after 6 months. They said, why don't you come and help? And so I started helping, and here I am today. I'm actually an advocate. I never even thought of it, right? So anyway, it's got some amazing chain reactions. I think you need the community to be there. A safe place where people. It's what it is.
Join a community.
Join a community.
Go and help integrate or learn. You won't regret it.
That's right.
I agree. So it's a great way for you to get a better job, for you to grow inside your company. You know, I was talking with some guys yesterday, and you know, but why doing community is important for my company? And so, you know, what your company is the community, right? You know, so if you're able to build a team inside your company, you're already building a community. But not only that, right? So, so you have something to say.
Yeah,
right? So, you
so,
have like,
so excited.
No. It's because in my previous company, consulting company, we had this events like for the community, and it turns out to be part of your recruitment process. Because if you want developers that are committed to continuous learning, the people that go to the events are people that are already on that track. So those are the people that you want in your team because they are going to deliver more things to your company.
Okay.
It's crazy.
You know,
here.
these crazy people.
It's just because we're in the way.
So actually, let me tell you this, guys. There's lots of people here waiting for Ixchel because she has another presentation to give right now, right? So we're gonna end the conversation here right now. But you know, my idea here today is to actually go after different people, and so we can do this more. So pay attention to all the channels. Whatever you're watching this, we're gonna try to get some more people, but we're gonna have to let Ixchel go. And so. All right, so Ixchel, last things.
Yes.
I join a community, participate in open source, talk to fellow developers, be as passionate as you want, never stop learning, never stop sharing, and because it feeds our soul, it feeds our career, and at the end of I flew here, so there was. I put my life in the developer's hand that created all the software. So at the end of the day, we all are creating or consuming technology or software.
Okay, awesome. So Mary, Kurt says good luck, Ixchel, right? So Ixchel has to go. Miguel says, haha, something we said was funny. That's good. All right. Okay, so how about you, Mary?
Okay, so so for me, this is just amazing to be back with people in person, right? That's another thing is that after I did my talk was great. People coming up to you, talk about things. It's just such a big difference because for 2 years, I just turn off my, when you go onto Hopin, you're done. And then you're like, where's everybody?
Right? Yes, right.
This really makes a huge difference inside us. Even though we like the convenience of technology, we need that in-person touch. And always, it just makes a big difference. So I'm so happy to be here and then being able to talk with Ixchel, with Bruno, and then with other folks. And I just have so much to share. So I will be sharing more later. But
Thank you
but
very
this
much,
is just
guys.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Mary said something about being a shy person, and that was hard for her to share. But let me tell you guys one thing. Maybe Mary probably already knows this, but being a shy person is the awesome reason for you to share, right? Because look, for you to share well, the most important thing is not to speak, is to listen, right? You got to listen to other people because otherwise you can't share. So shy people have this special gift of listening. And so if you're in that situation, you can do. And so just since you mentioned sharing a lot, let me just kind of share with you guys here. I wrote this little book. It's called Low Hanging Talks, right? So you can get on the QR code here, on the link right there. Mary's probably gonna share on
later on.
So
I will share
on
my Discord.
Yes. So you're gonna share on the Discord, whatever, right? So it's a little book. It's a free book that you can get. That's gonna help you start to speak, right? So Low Hanging Talks has some good ideas for you to start sharing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I will post all this information on my Discord server. So on Twitch and my YouTube, you can find my Discord server right there. So okay. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks everyone. Let's see if anyone said anything here. So Evandro says, have a passion, what you want is the most important. Very cool. Awesome. Okay, so thanks everyone.
Thank you.
And we come back here later today. All right.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay.
Thank you very much. And I need to run.
Oh, yeah, you need to run.